Hi, my name is Sachin Takmare and you are welcome to 20th video of this series. In the previous video, we explored the transformer architecture. We discussed concepts such as encoder, decoder, parallel processing, and positional encoding. We also talked about some limitations of transformers. Training a transformer requires huge amount of data, massive computing power, expensive hardware, and significant financial investments. This naturally raises an important question. Can only companies like Google, Microsoft, OpenAI build powerful AI models? What about the students? What about the small startup? What about and individuals who wants to build their own NLP models? Researchers answered this question through a historic research paper called Universal Language Model Fine Tuning for Text Classification, or simply ULMFiT. This single paper changed the future of natural language processing. And today we are going to understand how. Imagine you are studying in 10th standard. You have spent years learning mathematics, science, languages, and social studies. All these knowledge is already in your mind. Now imagine you move to 11th standard. New college, new subject, new syllabus. Now suppose you are given two options. Someone tells you, forget everything you learn until 10th standard. Start learning again from the scratch. Think about it. How much time would that take? How much efforts would be required? How much energy wasted? And option 2, now imagine a different situation. Someone tells you, use everything you have already learned and just adjust your knowledge for the new subjects. What will happen? Learning becomes much easier. You save your time. You need less efforts. You invest less energy. And your confidence remains high. This is exactly the idea behind transfer learning. Transfer learning was already successful in computer vision. We have already saw this in CNN videos. A model trained on ImageNet data could be reused and fine-tuned for a new image classification task. But why was this difficult in NLP? There were three major challenges. Challenge 1: human language is extremely complex. The same word can have different meanings depending on the context. Challenge number 2: every NLP task is different. For example, sentiment analysis, translation, summarization, question answering, etc. How can one model perform all these tasks? And challenge number 3 is labeled data is limited. For every specific NLP task, collecting and labeling data is expensive and time consuming. Because of these challenges, researchers had to train a new model from the scratch for every task. This requires more data, more time, more money, and more computing resources. In 2018, two researchers, Jeremy Howard and Sebastian Ruder, are asked simple but powerful question. Can we teach the model general language knowledge first and then use that knowledge for specific tasks? Their answer was ULMFiT. Let us understand ULMFiT using a simple example. Imagine a doctor. The doctor first studies MBBS and learns general medicine. They understand how the human body works, how diseases occurs, how treatment works. Now suppose this doctor wants to become a cardiologist, a heart specialist. Do they need to start from the scratch or zero? Of course not. They already have a strong medical foundation. He only need to learn a specialized knowledge related to cardiology. This is much easier than training someone from the beginning. ULMFiT work exactly the same way. The first stage is called General Purpose Language Model Pre-training. In this stage, the model is trained on massive amount of text, such as Wikipedia articles. This is similar to doctor studying MBBS. The model learns word, meaning, grammar, sentence, structure, language patterns, context, general language rules. At this stage, the model is not learning any specific task. It is simply learning how language works. This becomes a pre-trained language model. And the best part is this training is done only once. After that, everyone can use this model. There is no need to train it again from the scratch. The stage 2 in the ULMFiT is target task language model fine tuning. Now suppose your task is movie review sentiment analysis. The pre-trained model already understands language. Now we expose it to movie reviews so that it learns the patterns specific to that domain. This is similar to a doctor learning cardiology after completing MBBS. An interesting point here is we still do not need the labeled data. We only need domain specific text. Researchers introduced two important techniques during this stage: discriminative fine-tuning and slanted triangular learning rates. Let us understand them through a simple example. Imagine you are learning a new song. Initially, you listen carefully. Then you practice slowly. Gradually, you gain confidence. Finally, you perform it smoothly on stage. You do not directly jump onto the stage and start singing. Otherwise, you will make many mistakes. This is similar to slanted triangular learning rates. The model first learns slowly. The learning speeds up later. The speed is adjusted again. This helps preserve previously learned knowledge while adapting to new data. Now let us understand discriminative fine-tuning. Different layers of the model are updated at different speed. The lower layer contain general language knowledge. We want to preserve that knowledge. The upper layers contains task-specific knowledge. These layers can be updated more aggressively. Just like the doctor keeps their MBBS knowledge and only adds cardiology expertise on that. Nothing previously learned is forgotten. Stage number 3 in ULMFiT is target task classifier fine-tuning. Now comes the final stage, target task classifier fine-tuning. At this stage, the model is trained for the actual task. For example, classifying movie reviews as positive or negative. Since the model has already understand language and domain knowledge, only a small amount of label data is needed. The model now learns how to produce the final task specific output. This is similar to our cardiologist now treating real heart patients and gradually become an expert. What made ULMFiT truly revolutionary? The answer is simple. For the first time, researchers could train a model using huge amount of unlabeled data. Think about the internet. There is an enormous amount of text available online. Most of it has no labels. Before ULMFiT, this data was difficult to use. After ULMFiT, it became a valuable learning resource. Then, with only small amount of label data, the model could be fine-tuned for specific tasks. This means less efforts, less cost, less data, and better performance. It was truly a breakthrough for NLP. Before ULMFiT, every task required a new model. Huge labeled data were needed. Training was expensive. Training took long time, and only large companies could afford it. After ULMFiT, pre-trained models become available for everyone. Less data was required, less training time was required. Students and small companies could build NLP systems, and state-of-the-art performance becomes achievable. ULMFiT introduced a powerful new philosophy. Pre-trained once, fine-tune many times. Learn once, reuse many times. Just like studying MBBS once and then specializing in cardiology, neurology, dermatology, or any other field. There is one more fascinating thing about ULMFiT. The architecture used in ULMFiT was AWD LSTM, not transformer, not attention mechanism. Even without transfer learning alone created a massive revolution in NLP. Why? Because around 2017 and 18, two major breakthroughs were happening simultaneously. On one side, researchers were developing attention mechanisms and transformers, and other side, researchers were developing transfer learning for NLP. These ideas emerged almost at the same time. That's why ULMFiT did not use transformers, yet it achieved remarkable results. Now imagine combining these two powerful ideas, transfer learning and transformers. What would happen? Today, we already know the answer. Transformer plus transfer learning is equal to modern AI systems such as ChatGPT and other AI tools. ULMFiT showed the power of transfer learning. Transformers provided the most powerful architecture, and together they gave birth to superhero models like BERT and GPT, and eventually modern AI world we see today. In this video, we learn what ULMFiT is, how it introduced transfer learning into NLP, the three stages of ULMFiT, why it became major breakthrough, and how it laid the foundation for modern AI systems. Now we arrived at one of the most exciting part of this journey. What is BERT? What is GPT? What is the difference between them? What are foundational models? What are large language models or LLMs? And most importantly, where did ChatGPT come from? We will explore all of these questions in the next video, where our Neurons to ChatGPT journey finally reach to its destination. If you enjoyed today's video, let me know in the comment section. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Friends, our storytelling series Neurons to ChatGPT, the journey from Neurons to ChatGPT, is now very close to its conclusion. If you would like to continue this journey with me, please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends who are really interested in learning AI. I will see you in the final video of this series. Thank you for watching this. Bye.